G'day Pisces, how are you? Hope you are doing well. Let's check on in the energies. It's actually Monday, early AM. I went and watched Avatar, and I thought I would come on in and see what Spirit has. Happy New Year, folks. I hope it's been a good start. So let's connect on in and see what is happening. All right, guys. I'm sorry if the volume is not super loud. Trying not to wake up other people in the house. But let's, check in Pisces for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and we'll further clarify. But let's see what's happening with you, with the energies, and how we can best support your journey. Okay, so we've got the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, and appreciation. We've got the second chakra. We have caring connections. And one more, thank you, Spirit, and then we'll further clarify. Broken heart, and let's just have a look at what's on the bottom. Magician and the mirror. Okay. So what I'm getting here straight up for you guys, I'm just going to put that there. It's interesting what's coming up because we're looking at the fourth chakra, which is connected to the heart, and then a broken heart. I feel here someone potentially wasn't feeling appreciated in some form of dynamic, and I don't know if someone was overgiving or not receiving enough, but I also think there could be someone here in the mix that just hasn't been loving themselves enough. Is kind of what I'm getting in here, and I don't know if that has impacted a dynamic of some kind, a significant relationship, but I'm just getting that someone didn't see someone for all they were. They were holding something beautiful, but they weren't watering it, they weren't nurturing it, they weren't recognizing it was there the whole time. But I don't think it was because I think it was something going on with them. It's just what I'm getting here with this fourth chakra energy and the appreciation. We're going to further clarify here, guys, okay? But then looking at the second chakra, caring connections and broken heart, I feel like something could potentially be rebirthing with a connection, considering we have the heart chakra and the second chakra. Pardon me. The second chakra is around rebirth, creativity, expansion, and the heart chakra and the second chakra are very warmly connected when it comes to flow, giving, receiving. It's like the birthing of something new that is connected to a heart space. And when that's in alignment, beautiful things can happen, okay? So I do feel something potentially could be rebirthing here is what I'm getting. I mean, there's pretty significant focus here on the rebirth energy. And then in alignment, we've got caring connections and a broken heart. So I feel like someone might be recognizing as well what actually happened, what actually went on. I don't know if there was some form of split, disconnection, not talking of some kind, but I'm seeing here with this broken heart and this caring connection that I think someone's finally seeing, someone's finally waking up is what I'm getting from whatever has been. And maybe, they just feel like extremely sad, disappointed, but I think it's more in themselves. And I think someone is awakening here. They're finally seeing the truth of the matter. You've probably been trying to tell them over and over and over again. They couldn't see it. And maybe you stood your ground here. I don't know, Pisces, but and not to ignore the magician and the mirror. But this is, like I said, someone is reflecting, someone is seeing now. And I feel like something is going to balance out here and heal is what I'm potentially getting. Yeah, I feel like someone finally is facing themselves. Maybe they've even gone through a bit of a dark night of the soul, especially if with the fourth chakra and the second chakra showing up. I'm surprised that the root chakra isn't here as well, but we've got 5 cards. So let's have a look and further clarify to see what Spirit has and what the story is behind it. Yeah, I don't normally read reversals here, just so you're aware, but it did come up upside down. I mean, I've got the deck upside down, so there you go, that's why. But what I'm getting from this, guys, is some form of, like I said, in terms of the connection here, there's something going on with the connection where someone feels a little bit disregarded here. But I feel this could be, like I said, themselves. That's how they see themselves. That's how they think of themselves. Let's get a couple more clarifiers. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So we're moving from the 5 to the 6 of Pentacles along with the Wheel of Fortune. And this is, I feel like someone wants to balance things out, but something had to happen first before things could balance out. Like I said, someone needed to get a bit more connected to their heart space, look at what they were giving, what they were receiving. The heart space is very much that you can love, but if you're not willing to receive, it can be a difficult thing. You can, receive but not give. Like, it's just very unbalanced. And what I feel is happening here, someone wasn't giving enough, but also to others, but not to themselves. It's very hard if someone isn't loving themselves to also give that love to others. So I feel like there's just some form or something here that's balancing out. Showing with the 6 of Pentacles and along with the Wheel of Fortune, I think there was just something that had to be learned here, a pattern, a shift that needed to occur for whatever this dynamic is. Someone needed to learn a lesson. And I think it's a very brave one, a very deep one. And I think it's taken a lot of something for this to finally crack is what I'm getting. Okay. So let's have a look at what the appreciation is. What do we need to know about appreciation? Yeah. Like I said, I think someone, is showing up in some way. I think, or again, this could be your dynamic, someone else's dynamic. This is a general situation. And when I mean someone else's dynamic, as in vice versa. But there is love here. There's no doubt about it, okay? But it's really interesting how it's only a small page. Like, it's an immature energy. It hasn't really flourished here. But I don't think it was on purpose. Some people don't know how to love, in a sense of they only know what they know. I think people, don't recognize the power of understanding someone's love language, or the power of listening, or knowing just like the things that matter to each other's needs, how important they are, even discussing that, communication, connecting in, checking in. And I feel like there could be some of that has been missed in this dynamic, and I feel someone didn't feel appreciated enough or understood enough. And like I said, I think if this kept going on and on in different ways, it kept showing up, and this could have been another aspect of something that was really missed here, and potential breakdown of something. And then we've got the King of Wands with the 6 of Wands. So what I'm getting here, this could also be like someone's wanting to come in to show you that they care. But I think for you, like, you need to see more passion behind it. You need to see more purpose behind it. You need to see more action, right? That, okay, if that's the case, then show me. I need to be shown. I can't just hear what you got to say. You need to show me, and I also need to feel it. And I feel like there could be someone leveling up now because of something that has shifted over here. Okay. And it might be coming in small, or, being recognized that I didn't give enough and now I'm going to come in and I'm going to show you, is what I'm getting here. And then with the Six of Wands energy, it's interesting. It's got the V on her earring. That's the V for victory. It's like someone finally feels what they're getting, what they deserve. Finally being seen, finally being recognized for their efforts is what I feel is happening, and this shift that's potentially occurring here. So jumping into the second chakra, there's someone coming in pretty swiftly here, guys, to communicate. Tell us more about this Knight of Swords energy. Thank you. What do we need to know about this Knight of Swords? Okay, energy. Wow. So I've got the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups. So even with these energies coming in, I feel for some of you, because you've got two very different energies, it could be that the communication that you've been receiving, or maybe will start receiving, is a bit, what's the word? Inconsistent. Like, sometimes it comes across super harsh, really fast, like, oh my God. And you're kind of like, are we really doing this again? Like, if we want to talk, can we just talk about something else? We don't need to keep repeating the same shit. I don't need to get in the harsh past or something of that nature. But I also feel that they could come through seemingly quite logical. But for you, you don't want the logical. You need the depth. So then I think what happens is, it's kind of like they start talking to you with a bit more passion behind it, a bit more love. At the same time, there's another two scenarios that are coming on in. I feel that if there has been some shift that's occurred in some form of dynamic here, some change, you might find it opens up further opportunities. I don't know if a lot of you are focused on your career right now, or just putting yourself out there in general, trying to get more connected to things and people. You've got a bit more of a creative spark and wanting to maybe adventure a bit. I do recall seeing the Journey card. I think that was on the bottom, of the deck. Like, you're getting a bit more, you're exploring a bit more, experimenting, just, I think taking care of you, getting out and about. So what I'm seeing here is you might get people coming on in that are expressing interest in addition to this person that may be here. But as well, if you're putting yourself out there for work, I feel like you're getting some pretty significant interest in communication, and a decision's going to be made between two here. Maybe as well, this could be two people, you, them, you're passionate, they're a bit harsh, and one's kind of trying to hold back the other, trying to rein back in another person, because maybe they are a bit like I said, I'm getting like this energy, like they're just really harsh, but I feel like they're harsh on themselves. Like I said, I was getting that energy up here too. There's just someone that I just think talks down a lot, could be quite negative in the way that they talk and communicate. And I feel that maybe you're trying to keep helping them shift up, is what I'm getting. To stop thinking that way, stop talking that way, because for you, that communication just doesn't sit well. So I feel like you're trying to potentially watch out for them at the same time. But somewhere here, it's like you need to make a wise choice here. Like, what is it that you want that's going to get you closer to this 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups energy? This is the 7 of Cups. So there's options available to you, the life that you want to lead. But I think what's really interesting, this is going to be a significant decision, okay, is what I feel. Whether this is between two people, whether this is two people trying to figure out what is next for them, or whether this is like an opportunity, career opportunity. It's going to resonate differently for each of you, but there's definitely a choice that needs to be made. and consideration on how you want something to feel and how you want to connect in terms of that that party or dynamic, because I think the way something is said or shared is going to have impact on you, on the decision that you're going to make. I think you're looking for a little bit more passion and depth versus harsh endeavors. Oh, that's nice. We've got the sun showing up. I don't know why there's a whole bunch of cards flipped over. I'm going to put it back, but if that's meant to come out. But I feel like that's a sign here, Pisces, to let you know that whatever decision you make, having it connected to your heart space or what gives you that good feeling, not one that you're getting to in your head about, one that how does something make you feel when you're thinking of that situation, when you connect with that situation, when you communicate with that. Okay, I think that's a really important aspect of that choice that you make, but the direction that you're going is going to be quite a bright movement forward for you is what I'm getting. So with this carrying connections, we've got the Queen of Wands. I feel this is your energy, Pisces. And this is again just something that you're really in pursuit of what it is that you're doing. While this is feminine energy, what I feel is right now that whether you're a man or woman or however you resonate, there is something where right now you're attracting things in from some work that you've done in the past. I think you're just more confident and kind of standing your ground and like, this is what I want, this is how I want to feel, and this is what I want to make happen. And I'm not going to compromise on the connections that I have, whether it's business, whether it's love, whether it's in my home. Like I'm really clear on how I want to feel and how I need to show up, but how I would like others to show up, towards me or for me as well. And I think amongst this is, again, this person, this situation, I feel like someone wants to make things okay and they're really going to come in and talk to you about it. And then you've got the Knight of Cups. So someone is very in their heart space right now to really want something to work here. Okay. So there is going to be movement forward for some of you if you've been waiting for communication. But it's really interesting because I feel like you're going to have quite a few things going on. This is not just one scenario. I think for some of you, there's relationship scenario. Amongst these, like new jobs, promotions, like different connections. I think things are just, it's interesting. I feel like a lot's opening up for you right now, Pisces. So let's have a look at this broken heart energy. Yeah. So very interesting that someone is going to be making a decision here on what path and direction they're going. What I feel is important right now is what makes you feel strong and stable. In addition to this Knight of Pentacles, what I'm also getting, and Spirit, please clarify. Just give me one sec, guys. This one wants to come out. Yeah. It's interesting because someone's making a decision. They recognize that how they're feeling and where they're at, like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be feeling that. I feel like someone is really trying to open up here and they've recognized in their own stuff, like they could have done better or could have showed up better. But sometimes we need to learn that. Sometimes we take things for granted. We're so focused on everything else. One person is crying out, hey here, and another person is crying out, hey here. And if everyone's in survival mode or got tension or just so focused on their own self trying to get stuff done, sometimes we miss that beat, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere it's like, why has this crumbled? And I feel you both could be feeling the same way, but regarding different things. But something here I feel is really actually helping this shift. Old patterns, old behaviors, okay? It's like something has to happen on purpose for something to awaken, for something to change, for something to get to the place of where everyone's feeling like loved, supported, seen, and feeling good about themselves because you both lift each other up. It's like creating the warmth that comes in a dynamic of having each other's back, okay? So I feel like whatever decision's being made here, someone is really focused on some form of aspect of stability, whether it's career related, finances, whatever it might be. And I feel wherever it's going, it's a decision may be made just a little bit slowly, not as like fast. The Knight of Pentacles is slow moving, but it's one that is solid. And I feel what's coming in here, it's like it's going to be a slow shift and a slow change. But I feel someone is saying, like, yes, I want to do this. Yes, I want to move forward with this, but we need the stability in it. We need to be able to be in a healthy place, in a healthy mindset, being really connected to that. So let's get a little bit more on what this Magician in the Mirror is. Ooh. I think this was it was the Page of Swords. I thought it was the Two of Swords. So I got the Page of Swords coming out. Awesome. Okay. So again, there's definitely some form of communication here that's coming on through with the Page of Swords, but also someone who's willing to put in the work, okay? Yeah, I feel whatever's happening here, someone is now willing to put in the work, recognizing the stability that's needed, is also making a commitment to this. With the Hierophant energy, for some of you, you may have been married to this person or been in a significant relationship with them. But it's interesting because the Page of Swords energy that's coming out here. I just want to get a bit more on the Page of Swords. Can you share more on the Page of Swords? Thank you. Page of Swords. Yeah, beautiful. I feel like it's interesting because I know this is not a very mature energy in comparison to the King of Swords, but I feel their approach, they're trying to be mindful to come across as being mature, as stepping up, because I think they've recognized in the past the way they have communicated, they've come across like they know it all, they're right. I'm just that's what I'm getting with the Knight of Swords energy over here. It's like they got a bit hasty in without thought, without thinking. The Page, I feel sometimes is like they're not as certain of themselves. And I'm just getting with this particular energy, it's like they're trying to be meticulous in the way they communicate because they don't want to get it wrong. It's really important because they want to make sure that they're communicating the right way. Again, this person I feel is really stepping into their heart space. They've learned something here. And I think they're just really sad of where things are, and they want to let you know, like, I had my own shit. I realized the way I was communicating, I was freaking all over the shop. I wasn't fair, but I want to make you feel this way. They probably didn't feel appreciated in some regard either. But with all of this, I think there was so much focus on how they felt, how they thought, that they were missing the fact that you have feelings, that you have thoughts, that you have needs. So something's balancing out here, and I feel for a while there just wasn't healthy communication, like I said, and it had things in question of what should I do, where should I go. But I feel the clarity is coming on through here. There is definitely someone coming towards you to say, hey, I want this to work. I want to work on this. I want to put the effort in. I'm committed. I'm committed. That's what I'm getting here for the energy. So let's just get one more on what Spirit wants you to know, to take away with you today, Pisces. Don't let pride get in your way. Your hard work is paying off. Adjustments are required. I like this because I feel like at some point someone here did. It was just about how they thought, how they felt. Like they were I feel very much in their head with this energy, or just doing what they wanted without consideration of other people, thinking it's their right, they deserve it, they're allowed to have it. And I think a part of you too with this new moon in Capricorn, you've held strong. You've stood your ground. I think you've learned how to communicate in an effective way as part of this. And you're also putting, like I said, effort, I feel, into your career to make a shift, to grow, to get more financially stable. You're looking after yourself, and that probably came up if there was some form of disconnect here and you were in a committed relationship where you both supported each other. I feel like there was a shift naturally because you're like, well, shit, I don't know what's going on. Like, what am I going to do? I can't do this on my own. So I think you put a significant focus on your career or leveling up your finances or taking care of that. And that's where there potentially could be two offers coming on in, two people that are interested in you for a particular job or opportunity. And then with this, adjustments are required. I think it's pretty relevant here that something does need to balance out, but it is going to be healed. I feel like it's going to be healed, but remembering that it needs to come from two people, not just one person. And I feel here that someone has recognized that and they're going to put in the work, put in the effort for this commitment. They see you and they want to communicate with you. I think they recognize you are full of love and support, but they see you as strong and stable and connected too. And I just feel like they've had a bit of awakening. They're starting to see things from a different perspective, and they're going to come and communicate with you if they haven't already. But I feel like you're going to start seeing this grow. It's going to get better. Okay, but it's not going to be an overnight thing where things just rapidly work. I think you both know that if this is going to work, or making a choice to make it work, it needs to be one that is mentally sound and needs to be on a solid foundation with this Knight of Pentacles, because it's hurt both of you in this process. So take a breath, Pisces. I think this is good news, but again, both people need to be able to come in to balance this out. But I feel like Spirit had to shake things up with this Wheel of Fortune energy for lessons to be learned, for a cycle to shift, for a pattern to change, to make this a very strong, connected relationship. This is a good dynamic, a King of Swords and a Queen of Cups, and then you've also got the Queen of Wands there. So maybe you shift in between those energies of powerful, strong, different dynamic when you're in business and then when you're, at home, family, just a different energy. I feel like you combine both really, really well. And this is important for a King of Swords energy, someone who's, more logical, can come across, a bit of a hard ass, but I think that's what attracts you to each other. But there's love here. There's absolute love here. We've got a lot of cups, a lot of strong cups with the Knight, the Queen of Cups, and the Page of Cups, and communication is coming on in. So stay strong, Pisces. I'm going to leave that with you. Enjoy what day is it tomorrow? Today is Monday. So enjoy your Monday and we'll connect again soon. This is Jamie, and please like and subscribe to support us, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.